Hey there, viewers. Birdman here. Birdman Johnson. That guy. The channel you're on. This is off to a good start. Anyway, first of all, settle down. Nothing's wrong. This is not a dire proclamation. I'm just making some changes to how I upload my content in the next year, and I wanted to discuss that real quick. The core content of the channel is going to remain the same. I'm just changing the presentation slightly. In fact, even the upload schedule is going to remain the same. Monday, going forward, will continue to be our Dwarf Fortress Day. You can start your week with Dwarf Fortress the same way I like to do. That's not going to change, except that I will only have one dedicated Dwarf Fortress Day per week, which means that instead of 2 half-hour episodes, I'll be doing one 45-minute to an hour and change episode per week. We're going to continue our saga in Onramudang. I'm also looking forward to doing some more experimental microforts. I have some ideas in mind that might be fairly ridiculous that I think we'll all enjoy. I might also try other versions of Dwarf Fortress. I would like to do the Long Night at some point. And I also realized that early versions of Dwarf Fortress were just available on the Bay 12 Games website, so I currently have the very first alpha release of the game, and we'll be taking a look at that down the line. And that's Monday. Wednesday is going to be my free play day, where I'll do whatever I feel like doing. It could be anything, but we'll mostly be doing shorter LPs there. Probably still a lot of spooky stuff, but it could legitimately be anything. I have no idea at this time. Friday is going to be what I call Simulator Roulette, because as much as I love Dwarf Fortress, I like other colony simulator type games and other types of simulators in general. If we want to get really philosophical, I guess every game is a simulator of some kind. So Fridays could be more Dwarf Fortress, things unrelated to the main thread. Could be a lot of weird one-off forts. Probably going to be some Prison Architect, but again, it could be anything. Probably not RimWorld, even though I do have it in my library. But, you know, it's an option, and I take requests as far as that goes. If there's a particular simulator you would like to see me try to play like it's Dwarf Fortress, give a shout, and I'll consider it. Saturday is going to remain our main upload day. That'll still be Spooky Day, where we put the longer play horror games that I'm working on, as well as the shorter LPs that go between those, to pad things out and to give me a break from recording, because sometimes, I do spend sometimes like 8 hours a day recording, which is probably reflected in the gameplay, if we're being honest. Other than that, other gaming stuff, the 50 subscriber special is still coming. That is going to be Call of Cthulhu, which I played, I believe, in October of 2020 for the first time. Those videos are mostly not good. I was still sort of figuring out what I was doing. The editing's really rough, and aside from the technical limitations of the machine I was on at that time, I was also having a big problem with the sound. There were some weird echoes in some episodes I could not identify the source of. It's fine. We're going to do it again. It'll be better this time. Also, BioShock Rageathon 2 will happen at some point. I'm just waiting for something to annoy me enough that I feel like sitting down and marathoning all of BioShock 2 in a single sitting, or as much as I can get through. Although the way union negotiations are going at work, that might not be that far off. I don't want to upload 7 days a week. I'll say that. I'll do 5. I don't want to do 7 again. Except for October, you know. Spooky season will still be a thing. Those bonus LPs will probably... Those are outside the regular upload schedule, so they'll probably go up on Sundays, but it could be any day of the week. You could even get a rare double upload. It just depends on when I have them ready. Lastly, something I've talked about, well, not lastly, but for this specific section, something I've talked about in the past is doing scenery appreciation videos. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. If you want me to take one of the games I've played or a new game and just really poke into all the little graphical details that are in there, I think that could be interesting. Stepping away from video games, I do have some other ideas. Your Birdman is into miniature wargaming, by which I mean I own some Warhammer figures. So I was thinking I might do some miniature painting videos on the channel. I'm not that good yet, but you know, that's a thing we could do. That's an option. How about tabletop games? I could get some folks together and do an actual play. Is anybody interested in that? I could do more with the IRL simulator. I could find weird, isolated corners of the Portland metro area and shoot some videos walking around there. What else? I'm a musician. I could... If you watched the first video of my Long Dark LP, you heard me deliberately butchering Brandenburg Concerto No. 2. I can actually play the trumpet. I could upload some music to the channel. That's an option. I don't know. If you're watching, listening to this, there should be video going behind this. Drop a comment if you have any opinions. Otherwise, I'm just going to do whatever I want, and you can live with it. Currently sitting at, I believe, 61 subscribers at the time I'm shooting this. So that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Little behind on the 50 subscriber special, but we're going to do that. And then after that, it'll be 100 and so on. And we'll just see what happens. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We've got more content coming. It's not going to stop, even if no one's watching. I'm just going to keep doing this, and you can't stop me. Not that anyone's trying to. Thank you. Thank you. And in fact, as always, thanks to my viewers, especially my Dwarf Fortress viewers. You folks bring it. You get me the views, and I appreciate that. But as I've said before, I think that says more about the desire for content among Dwarf Fortress players than it does about the quality of my content. But hey, thanks anyway. Alright, well, I'm going to get on to my next thing, and I'll see you folks later. Until then, Birdman out.